Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video, and in today's video we're going to have an unboxing of the Legend of Vox Machina Vax'ildan figure from McFarlane Toys. Again, this is a figure based on the animated series from Amazon Prime, which is also based on the podcast and YouTube channel Critical Role, which is a bunch of voice actors who play Dungeons and Dragons together. And this is one of the main characters of the show. He's a great character. I love this character, Vax'ildan. He is the brother of Vex. So the twins are known as Vex and Vax. And it's funny because if you've ever seen the Critical Role game, the first few times they were playing as these characters, they always got them mixed up, and that was always really neat, which is why they kind of made fun of that in the cartoon. Alright, so looking at the back of the box here, we have a nice image of the cartoon and the whole team. Again, I am hoping that they release these three, Pike, Scanlan, and Grog. So far they've released these four, which are the twins, the druid elf, and Percy. So if we can get these three, that would be great. And he's got a nice little write-up. Vax'ildan, the dreamy, studly loner of the group. Vax'ildan doesn't share a lot, except with his sister Vex'ahlia. Troubled, yet determined to reckon with the wrongs of the world, he'll steal your heart and probably your coin purse. His methods and demeanor may be rough, but there's no denying that he's a hero, or at least one in the making. Vax'ildan. So in Dungeons and Dragons, he is a rogue character, and his sister is a ranger type character. Alright, so let's open up the box and take a look inside. Alright, so here he is out of the box. Vax'ildan from the Legends of Vox Machina. Comes with the stand. I really like that McFarlane Toys put the name of the property on it, the way they did. And if you've seen the cartoon, if you know who this character is, you know that he has these two daggers. He actually gave him a third dagger, which is kind of nice. And he gave him on the back of the character. This is exactly the way he looks in the cartoon. This is really great. But he also gave him a sheath that holds the two daggers, which is great. Now this character in the cartoon, normally one dagger has poison, and both of them, I don't know how it happened. I didn't see that podcast of how this character, he throws the daggers, and once the daggers puncture the enemy, they come back to his hands, like a teleportation type thing. It's really cool. He's a really great character. He's like their assassin, the rogue. He's sneaky. He has underground contacts, which is great. He's like almost the exact opposite of his sister, who's sort of like the classic ranger type hero, and she uses the bow and arrows, and while she's using that, he's an up close and personal assassin who uses these teleportation poison daggers. He's a great character. It's a great cartoon. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And I think McFarlane Toys really did a great job capturing the look of the character. This is exactly the way he looks in the cartoon. Very much like what McFarlane Toys did with his sister, Vex. You know, he did a really good job. This leg though has a really kind of a weird bow to it. But like, you know, if you're positioning him in different positions, you don't really notice it much. But I really like it. I think they did a great job with this. Alright, so here he is alongside a fellow rogue, the Assassin's Creed Ezio Auditore from Revelation, from Assassin's Creed Revelation. I think they look really good together. You know, they're very similar type characters. Obviously, this is from NECA Toys. The detail on this is crazy, crazy, crazy fantastic. And although he's not as detailed, it's not really a McFarlane Toys issue, because basically what they did was they followed the animation, and he looks exactly like the animation character. Like he looks like they got the model of him and they just, you know, turned it into a figure. But they are very similar type of characters. They're both assassins, rogues, so I think they really kind of work well together. Even though Ezio is much more detailed, I think this look for Vax looks great. And here he is alongside his sister Vex'ahlia, Vex and Vax. Vex'ahlia, Vax'ildan. It was funny because you see them when they play the game, and the voice actors constantly, except for these two knew who they were. All the other voice actors kept messing up their name for at least I would say 4 or 5 sessions before they finally got it right. And then they did a nice little tribute in the cartoon where Scanlan was actually singing a song introducing Vox Machina, and and it was funny because there's a part in the song where he talks about how they can never get their names right. And yeah, and that's from the game. That's from the game itself. It's pretty cool. And I think they look fantastic together. And here I have Vex and Vax going up against the Gladiator Batman from McFarlane Toys. And the Gladiator Batman, because of the way this looks, in Dungeons and Dragons, this would actually make a really good Dragon Knight. One of the worshippers of the evil dragons, because they're dressed in this gray, black, and purple aesthetic, and this Batman fits all of those. So because these two are Dungeons and Dragons characters, I think this works out really well. You can see them, you know, having to deal with this kind of Dragon Knight, you know, during a play session. And I think this looks really, really good together. McFarlane really, I love when he does fantasy. McFarlane Toys does the fantasy stuff much more than just the regular plain superhero stuff, because I think the artisans get to go a little crazy with their designs and really just, they go above and beyond. And, you know, so turning this Batman into like a fantasy knight type Batman it just always looks fantastic. And yeah, and then with these two being Dungeons and Dragons style characters, you know, they follow the animation style and it looks great. I applaud McFarlane Toys for when they do these kind of styles. It's just really fantastic. Alright, so if you enjoyed this look at Vax'ildan from the Legend of Vox Machina, and you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe to help grow the channel, and look forward to whatever we find next. I did order some new Masterverse figures, but unfortunately they're not due in until July, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get them in early. And you know, we'll see what else I can find that that I think will be worth making a video about. All right, thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.